All right, well, we were able to get the 7.3 in the garage. This is my home setup. A couple wrenches right there, standard and metric, a couple screwdrivers. This is about all I have here at home. Most of my good stuff is at work. But yeah, we got the 7.3. Next thing is get it on an engine stand, and I guess just start tearing her down. Manifolds, valve cover, all these pulleys, that kind of stuff. I disconnected the trans and I put the trans in storage. So yeah, here we go. All right, it's Friday morning, February 6th. I went out and bought Pittsburgh engine stand. They told me not to buy a cheap one, but I bought a cheap one. This was $100, Harbor Freight, 1,000 pound weight capacity. This baby is like 1,000 pounds. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna see how that works. Got our engine jack, and I went out and bought this Icon set. Just, it was cheap. This is what I needed for right now. It's just 3/8 drive, 8mm to 19mm, so it's a pretty decent amount of what I need. And I got this old radio I got at Goodwill. I got it for like $5. I just keep it on a low volume. Yeah. What's going on? Anyway. Yeah, she's a minute getting it all set up. You don't need to worry about no weight capacity. It'll be fine. Got that at Goodwill also, $5. So anyway, I'm gonna get this engine stand set up and then lift the engine, get it on the stand, and then maybe start turning it down. All right, so I got the engine stand pretty much set up. I just need to obviously adjust these for how it's gonna get mounted on there. And the only thing that I couldn't get on, that I was struggling with, is I don't have snap ring pliers. So I'm having a hard time getting the snap ring right on that groove, right there. Right there. Because that'll hold this from sliding out. So I need to go buy snap ring pliers so I can get that on there so it doesn't slide out on me. But in the meantime, I'm gonna try and get this motor on, which is a bad idea, but I'm feeling a little impulsive and I just want to get it on there. So, all right, yep. So I got the stand built, and then I had to go buy a couple of washers. So this is all really sketchy, but what I'm doing is I'm reusing the bell housing bolts. They're an 8/8 grade. So I think they should be strong enough. I guess we'll find out if it's on the ground later or not. But we're using the bell housing bolts. And then there was this, I don't know, like spacer, I guess. I don't know what you call this. On the block, so I took that off. I took the flywheel off. So I had to go buy some washers, put on the end of these bolts, and then I'm gonna get the plate on, and my plan is to pick the motor up and then slide the shaft right here, this shaft through here, and then on the other side of that shaft is supposed to be that snap ring. So I went and also bought, this is cheap, it's $20, but it'll get me by for right now. It'll get the motor on a stand. So I'm gonna put that plate on, get it on the stand, and we'll see. She's on. Look at that tilt though. Really sketchy. It's probably one of the sketchiest things I've ever done. But she's on. The dumb thing is, I just bought these cobalt, how do you say, snap ring pliers. And when I got the shaft through, and I got the stand on, I went to put the snap ring on, and it broke, which is kind of dumb. Anyway, I mean, they were cheap, like I said, so. It does come with a couple extra, so I'll see if I can get that snap ring on, because that's what prevents the shaft and the plate from sliding out. And in the meantime, I still have the engine stand hooked up, just because I don't trust it. But I'm gonna have to trust it. So, there we go. I guess next thing is gonna be to start the teardown, start pulling stuff off, you know. So, all right. So, got the exhaust manifold off. Both sides, let's see. So we can see our valves right in there, our exhaust valves. So, got the exhaust manifold is off. Now, I'd like to get all the accessories, like the turbo and yeah, whatever this stuff is up here, off. Then the valve covers, then the valve train assembly, push rods and valves, and I don't think the valve springs need to come off, but I eventually will take them off. But rocker arms, there we go. If it hasn't been clear, I have like zero idea of what I'm doing, but it's kind of the purpose of this whole thing, is to figure out, just learn more, I guess. So, yeah, so here we are. Yep. One thing down, next to go. We got the turbo off now. I don't know what this is. I assume this is some kind of, if I had to guess, like it sends oil, maybe. Sends oil to the turbo. I don't know much about turbos, but I know that they require oil. And it was under here, so, I mean, I don't know, that just makes sense to me. I don't really see any other passages for oil, so I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that is where the oil comes from, into the turbo. But cool. I really like that. That's pretty badass, honestly, if you ask me. So now, I guess, I don't know what you call this. I don't know. Obviously, that's where the air from the turbo goes and to the intake. So, anyway, I think most of what's gonna happen next is gonna be taking off all the accessories. I don't know what this is. Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, I don't know what that is right there. Not really sure what this is. I don't know. There's two that goes to each side, so I'm not sure what that is. But that is gonna come off. This turbo, I don't know, manifold thing. And then after that, start pulling off all these pulleys. I don't know what this is. Probably an oil pump, or I don't know, let's see. I'm not sure. I'm sure it says somewhere though. But anyway, so from there, we're gonna start stripping off these pulleys and the mounts. I have a feeling this is has to do with the AC unit. Obviously, this is our power steering. I'm not sure what that pulley is for. Maybe it's just a tensioner, I don't know. Obviously that's the crank. That was the water pump. When I got this, the water pump was gone, so this, I'm not sure what this is for, but could have been where the alternator was mounted. Oh yeah, I would take a good guess and say this was where the alternator was mounted, maybe. So anyway, all right, we'll see where it goes from here. All right, so this is our valve train. I kind of got lost in the sauce, but all the pulleys are off. I think right here was the block heater. Block heater's off. So there's our valve train assembly. I'd say pretty clean. All pulleys are off. Gonna get the heads off and see what it looks like, but yeah, everything looks pretty much clean. I already disconnected. I think these are the injectors, so they're already disconnected. And I was gonna remove the valve train, but I don't have 12 points, so I'm just gonna remove the head. And I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but we'll find out. All right, so I got a little bit carried away because some Mormons had come over. I totally forgot that they were coming over, but I got all my pumps and pulleys off. My valve covers off. I got most of what was in the intake area off. Now I'm just popping out the injectors. Oh, and I also got the I got the rocker arms and push rods off. I used some cardboard and labeled the driver's side front. So this is my driver's side front rocker arm and push rod and injector. And then the next one, passenger side front rocker arm, push rod, and then I gotta pop the injectors out on that side. But for right now, I got two of them out. I just got this one out right now. I was just putting this little arm back because I had to pop it off, and then boom, look at that. So that will go right there. I kind of need to reorganize this when I get there, but anyway, valve cover off, getting the valve train disassembled so I can pop. So I was trying to get the heads off, but there are these studs under the injectors that I need to get to, like right there. I can't get to those studs without popping the injectors off. So I got to pull the injectors off, put them here, and then I could pop these last studs off and pull the heads off, and then we could see the pistons. We'll probably flip it upside down, pull the pan off, and then we could start pulling, I don't know what they're called, like piston caps. Pull it off on the other side of the crankshaft, and et cetera, et cetera. And then start popping pistons out and looking at the cylinder walls. So we'll see. All right, we've got rocker arms, push rods out, injectors out. Rocker arms, push rods out, injectors out. There was these. Those were the studs under the injectors. So I'm gonna break these studs loose. That should be it. I've got these studs loose. Got all of these ones loose. So I just gotta get this up row loose and then pull the heads off. All right, it's time. I got all the head studs out on the driver's side. It's time to finally pull the head off. So let's see. All right, the head is off. These are our cylinders. So far, I don't see anything alarming. I don't see any scarring on the top of the pistons. I can't really see this one, but no blown up piston, so everything looks pretty decent. All right, so pretty much wrapped up for the day, but we got the heads off. I'm trying to get the oil pan off right now, so I can get the crank out and the pistons out. But as you can see, I'm literally hanging the motor by the oil pan and I can't get it off. Maybe there's something I'm missing. All the bolts are out, or maybe it's just a sealant. It's just super tough. But anyway, I'm, no joke, hanging the piston or hanging the motor by the oil pan. It's not coming out. But we got our heads here. They look pretty clean. We got our head studs. We got our injectors, our rocker arms, our push rods, rocker arms, injectors. And then we've got pretty much all our exhausts, our pulleys, our pumps here, block heater there, turbo there, flywheel, and then all our extra like mounts and extra bolts and stuff for accessories. So it's just about tore down, but calling it for the day. Time to have some tacos for dinner. So that's pretty much it for today. But when I pull the pan and the crank and the pistons, I'll record that and post that as well. And then from there, it'll pretty much be cleaning the block, cleaning all the parts, figuring out what kind of kits I'm gonna buy for gaskets, rebuild gaskets. I have zero clue what I'm doing as far as the rebuild. I don't know anything about what to do. I don't know what the first step is, but that's kind of the whole point, is just learning how to do that. So it's probably gonna be a while before I start rebuilding it, so I can figure out how to do it properly when I rebuild it. So anyway, deuces.